Welcome, everybody. You are listening to the Omnichannel Podcast, a podcast from digital marketers to digital marketers. I'm your host, Dominique Legrand, and my mission is to help fellow marketers and entrepreneurs to grow their businesses online. So buckle up and let's get started. Alright, you guys, in this episode, we are going to talk of the business side of things of running a funnel building agency. Pedro is going to talk to you about his way of hiring and firing people, his way of working with clients, and what are his prerequisites when it comes to working with clients. He's going to talk to you about his coaching business, in which he helps freelancers, beginner agency owners to scale up their funnel building business to 10K or plus a month. So if you guys are interested in that and how Pedro keeps track of everything and how he's setting goals for his own business, then keep on listening to this episode. You're going to be finding so much value. All right, let's get started. I guess my next question is going to be towards your YouTube channel that you mentioned. You have a YouTube channel, by the way, where you train people on like how to get clients when they are running their own funnel building freelancer business. Do you want to talk a bit more about that? Is this something that you are doing on the side, like next to your agency, and if someone wants to get into this business, what do they need to learn and know?
Right. Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. Because I found that I just like to share my knowledge, right? So alongside with the YouTube channel, I have a coaching business for funnel building specific. So what I do is I teach funnel builders that are freelancers and they want to become more, right? They want to either be a freelancer but getting higher paying jobs, or they want to build an agency. So I do have a coaching program for that. The results have been pretty good with my students. The purpose of YouTube channel is really just to express and help a lot of the beginners out there, because when I started out, funnels is a fairly recent topic, and when I started, there were like barely no information. Okay, so it's like I kind of feel the struggle of and understand the struggle of when someone is looking to learn and to become great at funnels, but there's just a lack of information. Or either you pay thousands of dollars for a course that then is only going to get you so far, or you need to spend a lot of hours trying to figure out by yourself. So that was one of the main reasons why I created a YouTube channel. Every time I learned something new, I created a video in the easiest format ever. I'm not a video editor or nothing else. Nothing like that. It's just I create it in the easiest format as possible and then share it with my audience. I don't promote the YouTube channel. I don't try to make it big. It's just a platform that every time that I see someone struggling with a specific topic, I go to my YouTube channel, I link the video and send it out to them. And funny enough, even yesterday, I had one guy that I helped out that is just starting out. He just reached out to me saying, Pedro, I want to really thank you because I've learned so many things with you in your YouTube channel. And every time I reach out to you with the questions, you are really upfront and you share your ideas. And the curious part was that he didn't learn for his own ego. As soon as he learned that, he shared that with another friend of his, right? So it's like he shared that as well. So this is the impact that you can build with just one video. Imagine with hundreds of videos, with thousands of people following you and all that. And that's a really beautiful thing. So that was the main purpose of my YouTube channel. But as time went by, I tried to also make a business out of it because there was a demand. So I just created a module. I put all the information that I use on a daily basis to be a better funnel builder, to get better results, but also to have a business at the same time, because it's different to be a good builder and have a business that works and it produces profits, right? So I accumulated both of those type of information in a program, and every time that someone needs really help on that. I just mentioned. You have this. If you are interested, let's go. Let's work together. So, I mean, yeah, I do have that, but that's a side thing that I have. My main focus in my agency, that's the one thing that really produces a lot of my income and a lot of results. But the coaching business is going really well as well, with great testimonials, with people working with me. And I receive almost every single day message of appreciation saying, Pedro, this really helped me a lot. And that's really fills my heart.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm going to ask you a bit more about your agency. What do you think it takes to become a successful agency owner when it comes to funnel building business?
What it takes to become
what does it
great at
take
it.
to become successful in this industry that you're in?
All right. So if you are building everything from scratch, it takes a lot of energy and focus, like any other project, really. It's just when you are doing this alone, especially, it does take a lot of effort, and it does take a lot of focus and building a game plan. So it's going to differ from people to people, obviously, because everyone has their own methods. But I'm going to talk about what works for me and my perspective. So you do really need a game plan. And what's your goal building the agency? Is it just to get like financial freedom and you don't really want to scale? Awesome. Then you don't need to really work a lot. I mean, you need to work like 6 to 8 hours per day. That's it. And you can take your weekends off. I mean, you just work on lead gen system. You become great at funnel building. So that's going to take some time because you need to know the science behind it. You need to test, and you need proof of concept and all that. But once you have that, I mean, it can take like half a year to get proof of concept in one specific niche, right? So once you get that, everything becomes much easier because the demand, people looking for funnels, is really high right now. It's really, really high. I get leads every single day on the dozen. So it's like, it's really, really high. So it depends on, do you want financial freedom and you don't really want to scale your agency? Then focus, when you're starting out, focus on being really great and understanding the strategy behind it, what kind of strategy it takes to get results in a specific niche. Learn that first. Learn how to build in a clean and simple way. That's the second thing as well. And after that, you need to learn the offer creation and copy. So those are the things that you want to do. And you don't even need to be a master of it. You can hire someone who already is, right? So you just need to have bigger margins there. But after that, it just takes persistence and time, and you are going to get there. But if you want to grow big and scale and fast, you need to put a lot of effort there. Like 6 or 8 hours, in my experience, not going to make it. You need more than that. You need teamwork. So you need to start working on finding the right people to work with. Because if you want to scale, you can't focus on being a one-man army, because that's going to take you only so far, right? So you need to find the technical guy. You need to find the design guy. You need to find the copy guy. You need to find the lead gen system guy and all that. And you need to work on your offer as well and your margin. So that's what it takes to, like, in a really simple way. If you want me to get more detail in a specific topic, I can. I mean, but that's going to be like in a really broad way. I mean, it's going to be what it takes. It's business perspective. So you need to understand your goals, where you want to get. Is it 10,000 per month? Then you don't really need to do like really a lot. You just need to get really great at getting results at the funnel, which is going to take like 6 months or a little bit more. And after that, it's just getting 5 to 10 leads per month, and close like 2 clients.
Yeah, I think those are really good. So just to summarize it, it all depends on what you want. So if you want to have weekends off, if you're looking just to get by and you don't want to build it into some huge thing, then you're better off. I mean, you can still have results, but not sacrifice too much of your time. And you mentioned if you want to make it bigger, then you need to have a team and build a team. When it comes to finding the right team, like what would you be advising when it comes to how to hire someone, and what's your strategy in finding a good team member?
That's a
If you
good
don't mind
one. Yeah, that's a good one and a hard one. So first, you need to do a lot of networking, and you need to do it in advance. So if you want to hire in 3 months from now, you need to do the networking right now, like today, because that takes time to find the right people. But you and it depends on the stage that you are in. So if you are in the start of scaling your agency, you really want to sacrifice quality in terms of higher graphics, better building, and all that. You want to sacrifice quality in terms of that, so you can find someone that is cheaper that is going to build. Because after that, I mean, it's just a continuity thing, and you can still get a great result. Okay, so you want to sacrifice that, but once you get in a comfortable stage of an agency, you want to start working for quality now because you have more budget to work for quality. So you kind of want to hire higher end people, higher end copywriters, higher end designers, higher end technical guys with integrations and all that. So you can really grow to the next stage and really work on quality. So it's going to depend on the stage that you are in.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of finding the right people, it's really, I mean, you can make it this simple. You ask for portfolio. If they don't have it, then they are not the guy for you, right? So you have a portfolio and you want to, and when you are asking the funnel builder in specific, people are going to send you images. That's what they are taught to do. They are going to send you images, which is fine because images are really easy to understand, their designs, their style, and all that, if you like it or not. But after that, you really want to ask for the links, because with the links, you can understand what type of job do they do. Is the funnel well made? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it well optimized for mobile? Right? All those things are the buttons. I mean, the buttons, it's just going to depend if it's a live version or not, but you need to understand at least the sales page, how they build it, right? And after that, I mean, you can instantly hire and then work on the first project. Just pay an initial fee. Don't pay just 100% upfront. Just pay an initial fee to get the feeling and to start seeing the how long do they take to deliver. That's a really important one. And a lot of people are not upfront with that, by the way. They mention I take 1 to 2 days to build everything, and then in reality they take 1 week. So that's bad because they want the job, so they say that and they oversell it. But at the end of the day, you kind of want to juggle and see, all right, you have 3 days. If he delivers in 3 days, that's a good time. If he doesn't, you need to make a choice. You either give him a second chance to see if it was just a one-time thing, or you need speed. So you need to say, thanks for your service. That was amazing, but I'm going to find someone else. You might not want to say that, right? I'm not going to need your service anymore, but thanks for this one. It was great working with you, something like that. So yeah, it's really bad when you're trying to find right people. You need speed, understanding what they do. You need to understand for the funnel builders the type of work that they do. Ask for design, ask for the links, ask for delivery time, and just to go with their gut feeling, right? With copywriters, it's almost the same thing. You want to ask for portfolio. If they have it, awesome. If they don't, it's the red sign that they are really new. Don't go for that, because I mean, you are going to really sacrifice a lot of quality. You don't want that. Mm-hmm. And then you just want to read your copy. Maybe go through, if you already have a copywriter in your team, make him or ask him to read it and give you their opinion. It's going to be subjective, but anyway. And after that, hire, see how it goes. If it goes well, awesome, continue. If it doesn't go well, don't take it really personally. Just hire someone else, and you do this in a really high frequency way.
Mm-hmm. So your process is really based on existing results, and then really try to see if that person is a good fit, and just try to almost like in a fast process, just make sure that, okay, if it's not in 3 days, you'll know, and then just try to move on from that. So don't stuck with one person who's not working for you, right?
100%. I mean, you don't want to give too many chances to that person, because it's going to sacrifice your business. Like, I mean, it's like depending on what you are building, right? If you really want to scale, you need to find the right people fast. So the best way to find the right people fast is to be fast. So you hire someone, they do a really amazing job, stick with them. And if in 5 works from now, if they do like 5 gigs from now and they keep doing the exact same thing that they promised, they are doing a great work. I mean, hire them on a monthly basis, increase their payment even just to get them really excited to working with you. And that's it. You got an amazing worker there. You just need to give incentives after that so they keep being working with you, right? But if they don't deliver a good job in the first, second, or third try, the chances are that you need to find someone else. And even after that, it's not just about building. It's not just about delivering the work. It's about are they feeling well working within your company, with your team? Are they following your team's spirit or not? So that's another level there that you also need to find. That's why speed is really valuable in terms of hiring people, because I mean, there's thousands of people out there, and how are you going to get those that really work well with you and your team? It's by knowing the company's values, what you value the most there, right? And trying to find the right people that are willing to work with you for your condition. I mean, that's pretty much about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think those are super important. When it comes to company values, what do you value the most when it comes to your business and your company? Do you have a culture that you built? And if so, what is that company culture?
All right. So I do value a lot, like honesty, right? I like people to really be upfront with me and say, I'm going to deliver in a week, and they meet the deadline. It's going to be 1 week, because I mean, we are running a business here. So if we had restricted timelines, right, we need to follow that. If for some reason they don't deliver in a week, that happens. It's okay. We need just a little bit more time. That's fine. But if they keep doing that, it means that we are not really in the same frequency here, right? We don't share the same values. So it's like, I just want looking for someone else. I value like when it's like honesty, and then you don't need to be the best in the world in that. Okay, humility is really great in these things, because there's no way that you are going to know everything. Even up to this day, I don't know everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the openness to really learn more and to admit that you need help there, it's really valuable as well. And most of the times, there's some people that they don't want to give that feeling of, I don't know, I'm not enough. I don't know, I'm not enough. I need to find the answers before it's too late. And most of the times, that's not going to work for them. So if they are straight forward and they say, I don't know the answers to this, can you help me? Just make faster to solve everything. I'm going to do a tutorial. And then from that moment on, it has that tutorial for all the other projects.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I also value, sharing, communicating. Other than that, I mean, it's just really abstract, and it's just going to depend on those things. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot be that precise, but honesty and being open to learn more and communicating, those are two things that I really value a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Just to move towards the end of the conversation, is there any books that you'd like to recommend for anyone but that really shifted your mindset or changed your life? Or is it something that absolutely someone needs to read if they want to get good at sales and marketing?
All right. So books, I mean, for funnel building specific, you can start with the .com secrets and e-com secrets, with not e-com secrets, expert secrets from ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson, right? And other than that, I mean, I have a bunch of books that I've read, but I'm terrible at memorizing their names. So I can't really figure out right now a name of a book that I would really recommend. But one thing that I recommend, it's not just about reading the books. It's about always being aware that you want to learn, you want to become better. So every time that you come across something that got your interest, try to figure out why. Why did it got your interest? And a lot of people don't do this. They, oh, I'm interested. I've read this. I'm going to move forward, and they are going to lose a lot. So even if you have like a book that shares an idea and you are interested, try to know why you are interested in that. Okay, figure it out, and then make a move. Read a book. Okay, that's one of the practices that I teach also in my coaching program, which a lot of people don't do. I mean, a lot of funnel builders, they reach out to me, say, Pedro, where can I find inspiration? I mean, everywhere. You are on the web, you are in the internet, go to Google, you have inspiration everywhere. You just need to filter. And to filter, you need to be aware that you have that possibility to filter. So every time that you go, and this is a practice that a lot of people struggle to learn. I don't know why. I mean, I might ask the psychology to know this answer, but I don't know why. People have the internet, have Facebook, even Facebook, they are scrolling. There's a ton of inspiration there. So they just need to be aware that once they get to that, okay, I got interest here. I stop. Why? Okay. And the reason why, does it matter or not? No, it doesn't matter. Okay, awesome. It does matter. So let me explore a little bit more. And most importantly, record everything. Okay. Take screenshots of why. Have like a notebook where I always have a bunch of notebooks for specific things where, and I have this one as well. I mean, I have a bunch of them because they have their own purpose. For digital strategies, I have one book where I point everything there. For funnel building, I have one book that I point everything there. For coaching, etc., etc., etc. And the main reason why I organize this way is because we easily forget about all the information because we are surrounded with information, right? So it's really hard to keep everything in mind. But once you need to an answer for something and you remember that you saw something somewhere, you go there, you go to swipe file folder, you go to your notebooks, right? So, I mean, I'm digressing here a little bit, but that's really important. Those techniques, and more than just reading a book, which a lot of people, by the way, which book do you recommend? I recommend this one, I'm going to read it. And then there's this forgot, right? So that's why I mentioned books are amazing. I read a lot of books, not as many as I would like to. I'm going to be honest with you. I watch a lot of videos, a lot of educational videos. I take a lot of notes. I go to a lot of webinars and seminars and all that. But what I really prefer on that is not be present in that moment, is to keep tracking of everything, right? So that's one skill that I recommend for everyone to start working on that, because apparently it's a really hard skill to learn. I don't know why, but yeah, that's one thing that I recommend. More than books, read the books, understand why, but also be aware of everything. Television. Do you like to watch TV? Awesome. Do you get excited and do you get enthusiastic by something that you've seen there? Try to know why. Are you in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere else, YouTube? Did you got interest for something specific? Try to know why. Because after that, if you do this every single day, it's not even tiring. It's something that doesn't consume a lot of energy. Well, it does, but that's not going to really tire you. Once you do this for like 6 months or a year, you are going to learn and grow so much.
Wow. Those are really awesome techniques. I'm a notebook person myself. I think in every 2 weeks, I finish off a notebook, and I have so many. And for every single books or seminars I ever watched, I know exactly which notebook I notate those. And I know, okay, I need to go back to the red one. And I know exactly, like, remember the page that I wrote the information. So I can go back and look up the information. So I think that's definitely such a good way of just remembering everything and just like keeping track of like where did I put that information so I can go back anytime. So I'm with you on the notebooks.
Awesome.
For sure.
Awesome. I'm glad.
So what's next for you? Like, let's see in 5 years, like where do you see yourself?
Well, in 5 years,
or 10.
I'm going to be, I'm going to be honest with you. My game plans are not for 5 years plus, because I tried to do that. But my personality does not allow me to do so. I mean, even when I shared a little bit of my story, Uh, 10 years back, I started with marketing and designing. I started designing posters, flyers, communication cards, and all that, right? And then I got good at it, pretty good at it. And then I got interested to explore another thing, right? But then another thing, and everything led me to funnels right now. But one thing that I can say almost for sure is that in 1 year to 2 years time, I'm going to be growing my agency to 100,000 per month. That's one of my biggest goals right now. That's one of my focus that I have, and I'm going to get there. Another thing that I can say for sure is that for the next year, I want to help. I want to develop my coaching business. I don't want to scale it. I want to have like 5 spots every 3 months for new people to come in to learn everything that I need to teach. And one thing about me is that I don't hold any information back. It's a you ask me, you're gonna get it. I mean, that's it. You ask me the information, I will not keep it in. I'm going to share everything with you. But I mean, that's another thing is that that's another thing that I also mentioned to my students. The more you interact with me, the more you are going to get. Okay. So did you pay for a 3 month coaching program that has this information? Awesome. But if you ask this, you are going to get this information. I mean, I'm not going to hold just because you paid for this much information. So in terms of goals, my agency is going to hit 100,000 per month in about 2 years from now. Hopefully, I'm going to get there. I'm working to get there. After that, I don't know. I can tell you in 3 years or 5 years from now. I don't know. I might sell that company and go do something else. For my coaching business, I'm not going to scale it. I'm going to really focus on up to 5 people per every 3 months because that's the way. I mean, people need time to learn. People need me present and to have the time for them. So that's something as well. And I don't know if I'm going to do coaching for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Right now, I have a 1 year plan. I want to impact up to 15 to 20 people building their funnel business in a profitable way. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that and proud of that.
Yeah, I think, you know what? It's so good to have at least that the 1 year plan is better because then you don't lose sight of the future. What I want to say is that basically I tend to like jump into the future and have like huge plans, like I'm gonna be in Forbes 30 under 30. And like that's cool. But like, dude, it's just so far off at this point that if you make plans like so far ahead in the future, you're gonna be like discouraged because you don't see right now how the hell they're gonna get there. So I think that what you said, that you're not even planning that far ahead, it's just so good because you lose sight whenever you do that, right?
100%, Dominica. And if I was, I mean, it's also about the stages you are in right now. If you are starting out and you're planning 5 or 10 years, that's going to be, like you mentioned, too far away. But if you already have like a business doing pretty good and you are expanding, you want to be planning your years ahead, right? So you are going to have 5 and 10 years plan. That's pretty standard for big businesses. But yeah, I mean, for smaller businesses or even for just freelancers, I tend to say plan your next 6 months and then a year. So have a goal for the next 6 months because that's a good amount of time to get to a reasonable goal, and then have a goal for a year, like a crazy goal for a year, a pretty good goal that will make a difference for you. And after that, I mean, just do this every single year, and you're going to be fine. I mean, I've been doing fine. I've grown a lot in this past year. I've grown more than I have in the past 5 years, which was amazing. So I'm in the right track. And about being the right track, it takes time, and you are not going to get on the first try.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all of that. Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you like a one final question. When it comes to goal setting and being consistent, do you have any tips for the listeners? Do you organize your week? Like, do you have like monthly targets? Like, you said to set like a crazy goal for the year. Like, how would you then dissect that to make sure you get there? Any tips on
Okay,
that?
cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good question. So, um, I mean, it's really I do plan, just to answer your first question. I do plan my weeks, and I have monthly goals, right? So I have monthly tasks, and I have them. I am aware of them. So I plan my weeks. I have monthly goals, and I always plan my day in the night before. So
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a pretty common thing to do as well in the entrepreneurial game. I've learned this a few years ago, and to be honest with you, I didn't value as much as I value right now these simple tasks. But it helps me to maintain focus. That's the first thing. So I do plan my day in the night before, and I plan my weeks. Um, After that, you asked something specific, which I'm not recalling right now. Can you remind me?
Yes, I wanted to ask you. You said you had just set one crazy goal for the end of the
Yeah.
year, and you said, okay, you plan your weeks and months in order to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my question. Like, if you have any techniques on that, and you just said you plan them out.
100%. Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah. Um, can you tell the listeners if they want to reach out to you, where can they find you?
I mean, I'm in Facebook most of the times. It's going to be Pedro Moreira. You can find me in www.letsgofunnels.com. So that's going to be the easiest one for you to find, because Facebook, there's billions of people there. So you can go to www.letsgofunnels.com. You can find me there. And I mean,
Yeah, I'll
that's
make
pretty
sure
much
to
about
link
it.
that anyway. I'm
Okay,
gonna link that
sure.
in the description anyway.
100%.
Do you accept people for your coaching business right now? Because you said you only take 5 people in. Like, do you have
Yeah.
spots like available at the moment?
For sure. So I'm gonna have not right now. I'm gonna have a spot in about a month from now,
Mm-hmm.
because I have not one spot, actually. It's going to be 2 spots, because I have 2 students that pretty much they are doing pretty well on their own. They are doing close to $10,000 per month right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have about 2 spots in about a month from now. And after that, I'm gonna only have a spot. I'll say in 2 months
Mm-hmm.
after that. So yeah.
Okay. Well, make sure if someone wants to join in a month, Pedro has 2 spots, you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
have, yeah.
yeah, thank you so much for being here, Pedro. It was a super valuable session for me. I think for the listeners as well. Again, if you want to reach out to Pedro, I'm gonna link every of his socials in the description down below. Again, good luck on your journey, Pedro, and I really hope you're gonna hit the 100K soon.
let's
in your
see how it goes.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck. Thank you so much for being here.
thank you, Valminia.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here and listening to this episode. Again, Pedro still has spaces if you are interested in venturing into the funnel building industry and start freelancing yourself, or if you're already in the industry but you want to get a more extensive one-on-one kind of training. As you guys remember, he's not holding back any information, so don't forget to check out his coaching program. Link in the description down below. Thank you so much, Pedro, for coming. And I'll see you guys next week.